here on allCanes Radio, the Beast Brian London, live from Jungle Island, right here on Biscayne Bay, overlooking Star Island and Miami Beach. Off to our left, the city behind us, an unbelievable setting for an unbelievable banquet tonight for the Sports Hall of Fame, and some great inductees tonight. We've talked to Brett Romberg, we've talked to Jay Tesmer. There's a coach going in tonight, former University of Miami running backs coach, special teams coach. He coached everything, I think, over the decades that he was a part of the program. Donnie Solinger joining us here on the show. And Donnie, look, you were as big a part of the program as anybody. Was there, what does this mean to you, this honor of going into the Sports Hall of Fame?
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about it tonight. I was a kid growing up in this community.
Right.
I was really a fan. I was a fan like everybody else.
Right.
When I started playing ball, I started following Don Bossler.
Right.
Red Cameron, who's in the Hall of Fame, coached me in Little League, and Ron Fraser just got the job at the youth center. I used to play ball there. So I've been following this for so long, and then the Myras and things like that. So it was kind of funny because Wally DeMarco called me up and says, "You're going to be in the Hall of Fame." I said, "Come on, man." I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, I got my walking papers twice from that place.
Right.
I thought I was being punked. I swear to God I did. But no, it's overwhelming to me. I love this town, love the school, and I'm really, really excited.
We talked to Al Golden about you today, and he couldn't have said or had more, kind words about you. And that's the thing about Al. I think he really understands the history of this place, and just what a guy like you meant to the program. A guy like Ken Dorsey, a guy like Brett Romberg. He never coached with you. He never coached Dorsey or Romberg, but he understands. He understands, the history and the impact that you guys had.
Well, he coached against us, when it was at Virginia, and I tell you what, this guy's doing a great job. I went out there today. I like what the offense is doing. I like what Coley's doing. I think they're going to be excellent. I really do. It's just a matter with Golden. Without Golden, it's just a matter of time. That's what I'm going to predict. You're here obviously because you were a great coach, but you had some characters you worked with in your time, in your day, in your age. I don't know how you kept them all together. I don't know how you kept them all in school or out of trouble. But you did. You managed. But I bet you probably are thanking those guys tonight. You know what? Real special guys. You look at it, and you know what really helped the competitiveness in the room was so you could cut it with a knife. The competitiveness in the room.
Right.
There were one guy. I said, don't mess up because the guy right behind you is ready to take your rep.
Right.
And that's kind of the way it was. But they all were classy guys. They really were. When they got their opportunities, they all came through. And you talk about fun guys to coach. It was a lot of fun. That's why I'm here.
I'm not sure. I can't think of one, and I don't think in history there's been a running back coach that had a meeting room filled with the amount of talent that you had at one time. You had Clinton, McGahee, Gore, Najee, Jarrett, and I'm probably leaving one or two guys off. Quatrin. Yeah. You had all those guys together at once.
No question.
I can't think of another running backs coach in the history of college football that had a room that talented.
And they all wanted to play.
Right.
Even when Peyton got his shot, he did pretty good, really. He was 15 yards short of 1,000.
No doubt.
They all wanted to play. They all wanted to contribute. They loved the school, and they never bitched. They never moaned. That's what that was probably the best thing of all. There were little rumblings, but you know what?
Right.
When their time came, they turned the trick, and it was fun to be there. It was fun to be with them.
You spent your whole entire life in this community, coaching high school, coaching college, coaching with several different staffs. When you look back at it, any regrets? Any, or do you look back at it and say, man, I lived a life?
It was Phyllis, Joel and Jeff, my two kids, Phyllis and I. We had a great time. It was a job. I didn't even look at the money. Phyllis was making the money. She had her own company.
You know, I went back to high school and made $13,000 more than I was making at Miami. So it wasn't the money that I went there for. You know, we had a ball. We were at the bowl games. You know, my kids were in New Orleans. They loved it, man. It was a fun time for the Solinger family.
Is there a particular moment, a particular time, it could be on the field, off the field, where, you know, you think back to your days and you're like, man, that was great?
Well, the first game I coached, you know, for Jimmy. You know, we're opening in.
First, tell us how you got on the staff.
Well, you know, we had just lost the state championship in high school, and
right.
They just won the national championship.
Or this is at Southridge?
Yeah, this is at Southridge. When I was at Southridge, and I was in Dallas trying to get kids into school.
Right.
And I saw Howard there, but he never really even talked to me too much. I get back, and I'm working outside and on my wood deck outside, and he calls me up and says, hey, you know, I want you to come in. Can you come in and talk to me? I said, when do you want me there? He says, as soon as you can. I said, well, I got to clean up, you know, and I cleaned up and went in. And he says, Archer's going to LSU. I'm putting Oliver Dottie in the secondary. He's going to coordinate defense. He said, I want you to come in and coach linebackers. You want the job? I said, Coach, I said, I started asking him about retirement and stuff like that. He said, I don't want to talk to anybody who wants to retire. I said, okay. So I said, he offered me the job. I said, when do you need nobody? I said, 10 o'clock tonight. I took the job. Went in, and I had a great team coming back. They went back to the state finals and lost to the state finals. So, you know, and so I came in, I took the job, I go into the office, and I have a ticket to go to Pittsburgh in the snow. And I was traveling from then on. I said, man, I'm saying, man, I had a great high school job, and now I'm here, you know.
Right.
And I was really thinking about it. You know, I wasn't around my wife. You know, it's the first time I was away from my wife and stuff. But that's the way it was. And then he left, and I didn't know if I was going to have a job.
Right.
So when Jimmy came in, you know, we're sitting there and we're opening up against Auburn in the Kickoff Classic. They're ranked #1 in the country. They have Bo Jackson, Tommy Agee, and they had a kid from St. Cloud, and I can't remember his name. But they had 3 great backs. And I was coaching inside linebackers, and we held Jackson to 78 yards, and we beat him 20-18. Wow, that was a big thrill for me.
Yeah.
When Jimmy came in and interviewed all the coaches, he interviewed me for 5 minutes. I was the high school coach.
Right.
The other guys were in there for 2 hours, you know, talking about what their salaries were. I didn't talk about any of that. Just show me what you want me to do. But it was great. It was great. That was exciting for me. And then, you know, when Butch brought me back to coach running backs, I was thrilled with that.
Was it? I mean, you saw both sides of it. You coached defense. You probably coached some great guys at linebacker.
Great guys.
Some great guys at running back.
Yeah, I coached them all. I coached all of it. You know, we won a lot of games, man. You know, I looked back at the record. I think it was 57-36 or 56-37, something like that. That was my overall record in 16 years. So we didn't lose too many games. You know, it was
especially at home.
You know, I'm going to say something tonight, and I might as well tell you now. I said some people hit the lottery, make a lot of money. I hit the football lottery, bro. With the coaches I worked with the players I worked with, it's like hitting a lottery. That's what I did. And I never moved.
Yeah, I mean, most guys in your position, I mean, they go 5, 6, 7 places throughout their career.
Not me, bro. I'm here. This is my town. This is my university. I ain't going nowhere.
Tell us a little bit about the 2 guys from the football team that are going in with you tonight, Ken and Romberg. Any good memories of those guys?
They're part of that lottery. I'm going to tell you what, man. Romberg, what a trip. You talk about a great ball player. You know, that's one of Art's Canadian connections. And then Art and I used to walk the campus every morning. We walked that campus. We'd be pulling in to take a shower to go to our meetings about 6:45. Dorsey was tooling in to look at film. I'm here because of those guys, actually.
Right.
I mean, I'd like to say, hey, I did a great job. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, it's because of the guys that are playing. You know, I think Brett told me Shockey's going to be here tonight, and all these guys are coming tonight. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. I mean, those guys laid it on the line for us, man.
Yeah, I was talking to Brett about this, and you'll probably agree that, you know, you guys were talented, but the camaraderie, the closeness, the hard work, all of the intangible stuff that you really can't quantify. I mean, that's what made the UM teams great.
I think you see that. You know, you can see that. You know, when you bring outside staffs in.
Right.
I think you can see a difference when you're interviewing people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I see you, and it's like seeing a buddy.
Right, sure.
You're like a buddy to me, you
right.
know, and because I've been here, you know,
right.
I followed your career, and, you know, I mean, you know, it's like when you bring outside people in, they're kind of standoffish a little bit. This is the you. This is what's made the you great. Guys like you, guys like me that have stayed here and that wanted to be part of this thing.
You nervous to get up there tonight?
Absolutely not. You
like these situations?
I have some things to say. You know, let people read into what they may. You know, I had to make a 10-minute speech. It's pretty hard. They wanted it at 5. I said I'm going to go over a little bit.
Yeah, I think you probably get some leeway.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to ring the gong on you.
I should go. I should ad-lib. I don't want to, but you know, I want to stay to the 10 minutes. But what I wrote is pretty poignant. It might leave out 1 or 2 guys, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but. I'm really looking forward to it.
Coach, we appreciate you always. You're one of the best ever. No one deserves it more than you being bestowed this honor of going to the UM Sports Hall of Fame. Thanks for everything you've done for the U over the year, multiple times at the University of Miami. We appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Thank you, Brian.
Don Solinger joining us here on allCanes Radio. We're live from Jungle Island, right here on Biscayne Bay. UM Sports Hall of Fame banquet. Back after this on allCanes Radio.
Thank you so much.
You or don't. You're listening to allCanes Radio.
You're a Canes fan, and you want the best gear. Well, you know there's only one place to go, and that's allCanes. allCanes, just a stone's throw from the U on Ponce, has been outfitting Canes fans for over half a century. Want the latest and best Canes t-shirts? allCanes has them. Want the official coach's polo and sideline gear? allCanes has it. They've got dozens of hats, the latest Nike gear, customized jerseys, shirts, shorts, sexy tops for the girls, and the cutest kids gear you've ever seen. Get the whole family dressed for victory at allCanes. allCanes is located at 5831 Ponce de Leon Boulevard in the Gables. You can call them at 305-661-9011 or 800-226-4247. Look them up online at allcanes.com or like them on Facebook. allCanes, the only place I go to get my Canes gear. It's the only place you should go to, allCanes. Tell them the bee sent you by.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak
Oh, you know, I'm here if you want to talk.
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'll fly, boo.
And now